I don't know about you, but sometimes I just get the taste for that down home smothered chicken that my mother used to make. That, and you know, I'm a vegan, so but I still get the taste for that smothered chicken, or like turkey wings and gravy. This is going to give you that. This is going to give you all of that. I make it with soy skin, sometimes called soy skim. It's called Yuba. It's called soybean sheets. It's in the frozen section of Asian markets. Very, very large. You can also buy them dry. I like the frozen ones that are fresh frozen, as opposed to dry where you have to reconstitute them. This big amount here is about $10, and it really does make about 4, 5, 6 meals, fried chicken, all kinds of different things. So today we're going to make the vegan smothered chicken. This also makes vegan chitlins, and if you want me to show you how to make that, just let me know in the comments and I will do that. So right now what I'm doing is I just cut my sheets of Yuba, and now I'm just chunking up, cutting roughly some onions, 3 white onions, kind of small. Chop them roughly. So you want to make sure that you know, give yourself a good little chops of onions. You don't want them too fine, you know, so just like what you see me doing here, just chop it up. Same thing with a colored pepper. I don't use green peppers. If you want to use that, that's up to you. I like to use colored peppers. So this one is an orange one. Again, roughly chop it, because this is going to go inside of your Yuba sheets, like the insides of your vegan chicken. So you want to have a little flavor here, a little bite. So rough chop it here. Okay, a colored onion. You can use yellow or red or orange. You can use green if you want, but I don't use green. I like to use the ones that are ripened. Okay, so just give that a rough chop. Next, you're going to use young green jackfruit. Young green jackfruit comes in a can like this. This one is in water, but sometimes it comes in brine. It also comes frozen, but it's very rare to find it frozen. But you don't want the sweetened jackfruit. You want it to be young and green like this. It looks a little white, almost green. This is the unripened one that they put in a can, and sometimes they freeze. And this is what we use to substitute meat, not the sweet one. Okay, so use 1 can of that. Now, if you have bought this in brine, you could go ahead and rinse this after you chop it to kind of rinse out some of that brine. This came in water, so I didn't have to rinse it off. So I'm roughly chopping this as well. And now I have 1 king oyster mushroom, sometimes called a trumpet mushroom. Go ahead and shred that up. Okay, because we're making the jackfruit, and the mushroom is going to be like your turkey meat inside. So go ahead and start sauteing up your peppers and your onions that you've rough chopped very well. Go ahead and saute that for about 2 minutes until it starts to soften. And you know, just then you start to add in your shredded king oyster mushroom, and then you can also start adding in your chopped up jackfruit. If you rinsed it, it would also be going in here, right? So then I add a little bit of Creole seasoning. You don't have to do this. You can add in whatever seasoning you would like, whatever you might think is good for, if you're going for baked turkey, if you're going for baked chicken, if you're going for chicken wings, whatever you like. I also added some ground sage. These are my seasonings. That's what I like. But you can add some onion powder, garlic powder, whatever you like in here. Saute this around. And then when it looks like it's nice and done, it's gotten kind of tender, it's soft. Now it's going to be time to start making it, adding it to our Yuba sheets, because we're going to make it like a filling. This is a really kind of simple recipe. So I have my Yuba sheets that I just kind of cut up with a pizza cutter right into these strips. And now I'm just adding my filling on top. And then I'm going to go ahead and wrap it. You can just go ahead and add it, and then just roll your Yuba sheet, your strip. Just roll it up like it's a little burrito, right? You can leave the ends open, or if you want to come across and close up the ends, it's completely up to you. It's not going to matter. This is going to hold up very well, because your Yuba sheets are going to swell once we start braising them, okay? So just put your seasoned up filling inside of your Yuba sheet and just keep rolling until you have a bunch of rolled up packets, right? Just keep this process going, keeping your veggies inside. Like I said, you could come across with another sheet if you like to close it up. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but in this instance I did not. Use a little pizza cutter to cut off the excess if you like. And then we're going to start searing it in a pan. So I use 2 tablespoons of grapeseed oil. Just go ahead and start searing that in a pan, and that's going to allow these little roll-ups to stay together, right? It's also going to brown them because you want that brown effect like it's, you know, chicken skin, right? So this is going to brown them, give you that nice brown effect. Makes you think of a little brown chicken skin. And no, I don't want real chicken, so don't ask me that. That's no reason to put that in the comments. But I do remember those memories around my mother making this, so I like to mimic that. But I want it to be all vegan. All I want to do is eat vegan food, just if you're clear. 32 ounces of water, because I'm going to make my braising mix now. Some mushrooms, some shallots, some fresh garlic. I don't use garlic, fresh garlic. A little vegan bouillon, vegan butter. I'll put the bouillon type that I use in the comments if you're curious about that. You can add more seasonings like the Creole, the sage, garlic pepper, onion powder, whatever you want here. You want to make that broth taste good. So you can even taste it to make sure it tastes good, because it's not going to get any better. How you have it tasting is how it's going to get even more intense, but it's but not that much more. So what you taste on that spoon when you're tasting it is basically what you're going to get. Put all your little packets in there. Don't be afraid to overcrowd them, because you want some of it to stick out at the top. So it's okay. This is going to swell. And then you're just going to put this into the oven after you put all your little packets inside of your braising pan. You're going to put it, cover it, and put it in the oven for 30 minutes. Let that all cook together. Basically, the veggies are already cooked. You're just letting the soy sheet cook and get all soft. And then you can go ahead and make a thickening, right? 2 tablespoons of flour, 1 cup of water, and then go ahead and season that with salt, pepper. Mushroom seasoning is what I use, or whatever seasoning you like. You can put some more bouillon in if you like. Season that up. Stir it up so the lumps are out, and then after 30 minutes, go ahead and pull that out and put that thickening inside. That's going to make your gravy right there. Pull it out after about another 5 minutes of you putting it in, and there you go. You are ready. You have vegan baked smothered chicken, or according to, if you do it in a different shape, it's vegan turkey wings. But honey, let me tell you, this thing is so yummy. I added it with brown rice for this dish. So good.